The World Economic Forum WEF, based here in Switzerland, warned in a new report that it will take another 132 years to close the gender gap and reach gender parity. I spoke to the WEF's managing director, Sadia Zahidi, about the latest Global Gender Gap Report 2022 and the urgent action that needs to be taken.
What we find overall is that the pandemic has made a huge dent when it comes to the progress that was previously being made. Now, even 2 years ago, it would have taken 100 years to reach parity. Now it's 132 years, as you pointed out. Last year, it was 136. So a marginal increase of 4 years, but that simply does not compensate for essentially the 1 or 2 generations that will have to wait additionally for parity because of the pandemic. What seems to be happening is that the shock that initially happened, it seems to have created some permanent scarring. And that does not bode well for the future. One, the sectors that are the most impacted are the sectors that tend to employ women. So for example, travel and tourism has not bounced back in a full way, and that tends to be a very large employer of women. Second, when it comes to the care infrastructure, there are still parts of the world where schools have not reopened fully, or where childcare centers are no longer available or are available for very limited hours. So the caregiving burden that fell on women seems to have become something that continues even to this day. We are in a moment of crisis for the global economy. Due to multiple factors. There is, of course, the pandemic. There's also geopolitical conflict, what that has done to trade, what that has done to global supplies. That is something that, in essence, can only really be solved through human creativity and collaboration. And again, it's back to the same argument that has been used for so many years in Nordic economies, for example, that do so well on this index. If we want to grow our way out of this crisis, we have to ensure that everybody can participate and decisions are taken with the broadest base possible. And that's essentially the message of the report. If we want to get back to growth, if we want to get back to productivity and dynamism, we need to ensure that there is gender parity.